Welcome to all of you who are watching Sumita Roy's English Classroom. As the name classroom suggests, we have regular tests. A majority of mistakes which people make is in the use of the correct tense of verbs. It is very important for you to use the correct tense in order to make the meaning clear. This I will explain when I am giving you the answers to the test. It is a 20-mark test and we have concentrated on three major areas: simple tenses, continuous tenses, and perfect tenses. We have present, past, future. So simple present, simple past, simple future. Present continuous, present past continuous, future continuous, and present perfect, past perfect, future perfect. All these are already available on the channel. I have given you the names in here. You can also look at the description box so that you can get the link and watch them. If you feel like stopping here, watching those videos and then coming back, that's fine. If you take the test now, to find out how much you know, that also is excellent. If you make many mistakes, go to these videos and watch them many times. Then take the test again. YouTube gives you the benefit of coming back to the test again and again. This is very important. So let us move on now to the grading pattern. Here is the chart, which I'm sure all of you who are watching regularly are familiar with. We have the grade which is excellent, 18 to 20, very good, 15 to 17, good, 10 to 14, and need to improve, 5 to 9, and then learn the rules of grammar, especially lexical verb tenses videos, and then practice every day. But there is no need to feel disappointed. If you get 0 out of 20, please be excited that you can improve from 0 to 20. Because all our lives we spend in improving. If you get disappointed and you stop learning, that is not the way of self-improvement. Take the test, take it as a challenge, go forward and improve from wherever you are. Even if you have 18 marks, you can still improve and make it 20. Even if you have 20, you can keep observing yourself to see whether you make any mistakes in the use of tenses. Now let us go to the questions. Question number 1, which has 5 marks, says, complete the following. Following are 5 sentences using the continuous tense of verbs given in brackets. At the end of each sentence, there is a verb which is given. There is also a word saying whether it should be present continuous, past continuous, or future continuous. All this is given in the brackets. If you follow these instructions, I'm sure you will get all of them correct. Let us see the first sentence. She, there is a blank, for her friends to arrive. That is a sentence. In the blank, you have to use the word wait. The verb here is wait. You have to use the past continuous tense form of the verb wait to fill this blank. Please remember that tense, although the blank is single, there might be 2, 3, 4 words. That is one verb, but it might be a verbal phrase. It might be 2, 3 words. It need not be a single word. You have to keep that in mind when you are filling. Second sentence. There's a blank, an interesting book. The verb is read and the tense is present continuous. Read present continuous, you have to fill here. Third sentence, the dogs, you have a blank, throughout the night. The verb is bark And what you have to fill is past continuous of bark. Fourth sentence. The workers, you have a blank, even though it is dark. The verb is work, you have to use present continuous. The bakers, you have a blank, many varieties of cakes for Christmas. The verb is bake and you have to use the future continuous form to fill the blank. Do these and let us check the answers. Here are the sentences with answers which you can see written in green. The first one, she was waiting for her friend to arrive. The verb is wait, past continuous. So waiting, for all continuous forms we use the ing form of the verb. The verb is wait, so ing waiting. The verb is read, so ing reading. The verb is bark, so ing barking. The verb is work, so ing working. The verb is bake, so ing baking. You see, the verb is always in the ing form, whether it is past, present or future. Always the same form ing. Now what changes is the helping verb. So when we have past, here is singular subject, so we say was waiting. She was waiting for her friends to arrive. Present, am is are. So we use I am. Then you have here workers are. Because this also is present, we have workers are. Because plural are, singular first person am. The dogs were, past form. And bakers will be, future form. So let us read the sentences quickly. She was waiting for her friends to arrive. I'm reading an interesting book. The dogs were barking throughout the night. The workers are working even though it is dark. The bakers will be baking many varieties of cakes for Christmas. If you have all the 5 correct, you get 5 marks. If you have nothing correct, you get no marks. But don't worry, if you get no marks, you can improve. If you have all the 5 marks correct, don't stop practicing because we need to continue to practice, otherwise we forget. Now we move to second question, which again has 5 sentences. This time it is, you have to use perfect tense of verbs given. The pattern is exactly the same. Verb is there in brackets and which tense you have to use is also there. The perfect form of that verb you have to use in the particular tense. Let us see the sentences. The guest, blank, the hotel already. The verb is leave and the tense you have to use is past perfect. Now you have the second sentence. The 2 friends, blank, to go out together. The verb is plan. You need to use the present perfect tense of plan. Rinky, you have a blank, to her parents about the problem by tomorrow. Here the verb is speak and the tense is future perfect. The shop, number 4. The shop, you have a blank, all the old stock last year. The verb is sell and you have to put it in the past perfect form. Then number 5. A bridge, blank, due to heavy rain. The verb is collapse. The tense is present perfect. So look at the verbs, look at the tense form, recollect what is perfect tense and fill the blanks correctly. Let us move to the answers. Here are the perfect tenses of the verbs given in brackets. Now you must remember that the perfect tense, the main verb is always in the past participle form. So leave past participle is left. Plan past participle is planned. Speak past participle is spoken. Sell past participle is sold. And collapse past participle is collapsed. Collapsed and planned are called regular verbs. You will have videos on all this if you go back to the channel grammar videos, verb videos. Planned ed, collapsed ed, these are called regular verbs because they follow the same pattern. Whereas if you look at the verb leave, left, not leaved, speak, spoken, not speaked, sell, sold, not sold. Therefore, these are irregular verbs. We also call them strong verbs. Strong because you can't change the form. The form is fixed. All important verbs, which are the basic verbs in English, are all strong or irregular verbs. Now we look at the perfect form. The perfect form uses have, has, had, or will have. This is the form which you have to use. So the verb have changes the tense. The main verb remains in the past participle. So you see, the guest had, because past tense had. Present tense, two friends, plural, so have. And a bridge, one, so has. Present tense, two forms, have and has. Past tense, only one form, had. The guest had, the shop had. Even it was guests, it would be had. Even it was shops, plural, it would still be had. And the future is will have. You have the form will plus have. So three words actually making up a single tense form. Let us read the sentences quickly. The guests had left the hotel already. The two friends have planned to go out together. Rinky will have spoken to her parents about the problem by tomorrow. The shop had sold all the old stock last year. The bridge has collapsed due to heavy rain. These are the 5 correct sentences. There are 5 marks for this part of the test. Question number 3 tells us that we have to complete the following using the simple tense of the verb given in brackets. Again, there are 5 sentences and 5 marks. Look at the sentences. Students, blank, the museum next week. The verb is visit. You have to use simple future. The flight, blank, early in the morning every day. The verb is depart and the tense is simple present. The world, blank, a crisis in the coming centuries. The verb is face and you have to use the simple future form. They often, blank, you interesting stories. The verb is tell and the tense is simple present. These flowers, there's a blank, last spring. The verb is bloom and the tense is simple past. These are the 5 sentences where you need to fill using the simple tense of whatever is given in the brackets. Let us now check the answers. Before we move to the answers, let me tell you, somebody had commented about the simple present tense. Please remember, the simple present tense is a universal tense. It can be used for past, present, future as long as we are talking about it in the present. That is the only tense which we call as indefinite because it is universal. It can cover more time. But apart from that, past, simple future are limited to their time factors. This is an answer to one of the comments which I received. I often answer them, but sometimes I explain for all of you who are watching the video. Now let us see the answers to these. Here in the simple tense, you might remember that the verb in the present form becomes singular and plural. A singular verb is one where you use S. This only happens in the present tense, and that is singular with S, plural without S. So here flight is singular, we have departs. Depart, add S. Whereas future you add will, so it becomes will visit or will face. Present here, they is a plural subject. So we don't say tells, we say they tell. And then you have the past. The past is formed by adding ed. I told you already in the previous question, this is a regular verb. Regular verbs add ed. But if you want to make the past of tell, it won't be telled, it will be told. Then face becomes faced. Depart becomes departed. And visit becomes visited. So we have only one irregular verb here. All the other verbs are regular. But we don't want the past form of any of them. We don't want past participle. We want the simple tense form of what is given. So let us read the sentences. Students will visit the museum next week. Next week is future, so will visit. The flight departs early in the morning every day. Now look at this. This is exactly the answer to the comment which somebody asked about using the present tense. If I say, I leave for Delhi tomorrow, I'm using the present tense. I leave. I need not say I will leave for Delhi tomorrow. I can say I leave for Delhi tomorrow. This is only possible in the present tense case. If I say I will leave for Delhi tomorrow, it is as correct as if I say I leave for Delhi tomorrow. Both are equally correct. Please remember this. So when we are saying every day, that means yesterday also the flight went at the same time. Tomorrow also the flight will go at the same time. We are using the present form. The flight departs early in the morning every day. Then you have the third one. The world will face many crises. This I told you in a vocabulary, plural, regular and irregular forms. Irregular plurals. Look at that video. Crisis is singular. Crises is plural. Es. CRISIS singular. CRISES plural. So the world will face future will face, many crises in the coming centuries. They often tell you interesting stories. Present form, that means often means past and future. They have already told you many interesting stories. They will continue to tell you in the future also. Universal tense. These flowers bloomed, past form, last spring. Last means previous year. Previous year spring season, these flowers bloomed. So we have that as the tense form. Simple tenses are what we use commonly. So please practice again and again. This is the last of our questions, number 4, which has 5 marks, and you have to correct the following sentences. Please remember to correct the verb part of it. The corrections are not there in other parts. Wherever there is the verb, you need to concentrate on that and you need to correct that. Don't try to correct any other part of the sentence because today our test is on verb tenses. Let us read the sentences. I have been written a letter to him last Friday. Have been written, that is the verb in the sentence. The season have gone from bad to worse. Have gone is the verb part of the sentence. The banker has came out of the bank. The verb part is has came. He have spoken to his colleagues just now. Have spoken is the form. The visitor been coming to this office many times. The form been coming is the verb in the sentence. These you have to correct. Let us now look at the answers. In the answers, you will find that both the sentence which is incorrect is given, scratching off whatever the mistake is, and the correct sentence is also given. It is written as A implying answer. So this is the answer which you have to give. Now, as I told you, the verb have been written is not correct here. The moment a date is mentioned, we need to write the simple past form. The verb here is written. Written means write. So write simple past is wrote. Have been written we cannot use because that is not a verb which can be used with the doer I. I here makes it an active sentence, but this is a passive form of the verb. We will have a test on active and passive someday where you will be able to learn more about this. But today, this verb does not work here. The written form does not work, and what you require is wrote. So I wrote a letter to him. Why wrote? Because last Friday. Simple present, simple past, always with specific mention of time or date. The season, now season is singular. Have gone, have is for plural verbs, not for singular. For a singular verb, noun, we need a singular verb which is has. So gone is correct, nothing wrong with it. Has is the problem. So the season has gone from bad to worse. Why did we make the change? Because seasons, if it was seasons plural, have gone would be correct. Since it is season, has is required. The banker has came out of the bank. Now the verb came is the problem here because we have to use with has, which is perfect tense, we need to use the past participle. Come is the present tense, came is the past tense, come is the past participle. So present tense and past participle are exactly the same for the verb come. It is not came, it is come. But come is not only present tense, come is also past participle. That is why these verbs are called irregular. They don't have any pattern, that is why irregular. So you say the banker has come. Come here is not present tense. Come here is the past participle of the verb to come. Then he have spoken. Again, just now mentions time. So have spoken, actually if you remove just now, then you can say he has spoken to his colleagues, full stop. That would be correct, he has. But here time is there and also he cannot have. So both are wrong. We have to say he spoke to his colleagues just now. He spoke, simple past. The visitor been coming. Now there is no structure in English saying been coming. We have to say has been coming. This of course I did not use in any of the other questions, but this is also an important tense and aspect form. That is perfect continuous. Perfect you have has, continuous you have be, and you have the ing form. So this one I did not test in the earlier sentences, but in the last sentence I gave it to you just to remind you that you can also watch the video on perfect continuous tenses of lexical verbs. The visitor has been coming to this office many times. With that, we come to the end of today's exercise. Please remember that if you have scored very well, that is excellent, but continue to practice, continue to keep a watch on the tenses you use. If you haven't scored very well, you've scored medium, do a little practice. And if you've scored very badly, don't be disappointed because you have a lot of improvement and that should make you feel very happy. That is all for today. Thank you and all the best.